How's it going, everyone? Akibana0 here, and the moment has finally arrived where I am going to react to the Volume 4 soundtrack, which is something that everybody's been bugging me about. When are you gonna do it, and when you're gonna do it, even though I said I'm going to do it as quickly as possible this time. No hard feelings. Speaking of, previous reactions, some people have been commenting about my, reactions to the soundtracks, my headbanging, my air drums, my air instruments, my air guitars, all of that stuff. And, I really appreciate feedback in life generally, right? And particularly with the things that I do. And I highly appreciate your feedback as well. I've been thinking about long and hard about how some people said that I look stupid doing these things, or that I'm not analyzing lyrics. So I've been thinking about that. So here's a few options of what I could do. I could do something like this. I could do something like this. Or maybe I could, sing along and do a little bit of karaoke and something like this. This'll be the day we've waited for. So see, here are some options of things that I could do in my OST reactions from now on. So, yeah, take your picks and let me know what it is that you would like me to do from now on in my OSTs. In the meantime, I will carry on having fun with the OSTs as I have been up until now. So, yeah, hope you guys still stick around and enjoy. Hope you all like what I'm doing here. And yeah, let's kick it off with the very first song. I've gone once again to Flint of RWBY, Flint of RWBY's channel for this. He didn't have a handy playlist this time, which means I had to put everything in tabs up here, but that's perfectly fine. So let's kick off. I need to lower my volume just ever so slightly because I don't want my ears to be blasted. And here we go with Let's Just Live, which is the opening of Volume 4.
it's not there anymore. And the story takes an unexpected turn. A friend is suddenly gone.
Oh.
We can cry our lives away, but if they were here they'd say, go forward, you must keep moving on.
Ooh. So much meaning behind this song, so much meaning. First of all, it is the opening to Volume 4, which is the transitional volume from Volume 3 with all of the things that happen in Volume 3, moving on to Volume 4, which is kind of like a Brave New World in the show, right? Let's take a look over here. Let's take a look at some of these lyrics, right? So, nothing here in the beginning. Wait, where was that? Yeah. It used to feel like a fairy tale. Exactly. That's what, of course, that's kind of also a bit of a play on how the characters are like part of myths and fairy tales and all of that. It also feels like a fairy tale because it was kind of like volumes 1 through 3 were kind of like, this is magical happy land. We know that something bad might happen eventually, but you know, everything's fun. The girls are having fun and all of that stuff. And now it seems we were just pretending. And that's kind of implying like, hey, the world ain't as great as you thought it might be. So, moving on, for a game that wasn't fair, like that I feel is also a very, very meaningful lyrics right over there. A game that wasn't fair, like it kind of does feel unfair, right? It's like we were just kids, we were just learning and growing, and suddenly we're just thrust into this situation without expecting it, like, and it just came out of nowhere, right? And do we just go home? I mean, is it that it? I mean, everything. Can we follow through to the promises that we've made? Like, this all just speaks to how, like, these girls, like, generally all of the characters, all of the good guys in RWBY, they've been feeling like, hey, we're gonna be huntresses, we're gonna be huntsmen, we're gonna save the world, we're gonna do good things. So one thing that we can do, even though things have gone a bit awry, is that we can just live. Where is that? That we could just live and not be conquered by the things that have held us back and held us down. There's also like a little bit of a call back to the loss of Pyrrha and Ozpin, the loss of a friend. And even though we've had that, we still have to carry on living and doing the things that we wanted to do. And I also love that there's a little bit of a little bit of a callback to Monty himself, where it says we have to continue moving forward. I can't find that right now. My memory isn't what it used to be, but yeah, there was also a bit of a callback to that. Great song. I think it's an amazing opener for a volume that just came out of the cusp of something really huge, something very transitional in the world of RWBY. So right, let's move on with like morning follows night. By the way, the previous character art was really nice.
You don't know what it's like to live in shadows. Always regretting what you've done. Spending time counting every little mistake, knowing it's always easier to run.
You don't have to spend your life looking backward. We've been through this over and over again. You can't just wish it away. The past is the past, it'll never change. That was before, this is now. And when we have a chance to make it better if we try.
Oh, but I will not endanger one more friend.
You're free to do the things you want, but listen, so am I.
I made my choice.
And now I make it mine.
Go where you need to. No, I won't leave you. I'll follow you like morning follows night. You can run till your days through. One thing I won't do is to let you go alone to face the fire. Hard to know when to turn when your life's a disaster. Trying to start all over again. So much shame, so much time that just feels wasted. Feeling like now could never make up for then.
Life's not a game you can play to get even. We all make mistakes, but we need to move on. I know that you hate when you stray. Forgiving yourself is the only way. Just look ahead, yesterday is gone. I know you think you're being selfless, but you're not.
I refuse to risk another's pain again.
The pain is when you shut me out, take off on your own. No matter what, you'll never walk alone.
You'll never understand what I feel, what I see, what's going through my mind, how it feels to
Ooh.
me. All the struggles, all the fights, long days, longer nights.
That was unexpected.
Lost in the lights, but it seems that it's all just out of my sight, just out of my reach. Can't seem to get right. Let them curse with the turbulence placed in my life. Can't push a pull, it's stuck up in this pulpit cycle of pain, all the stress in my brain. I'm just trying to maintain, keep from going insane, but no matter what I do, the cries go unheard. Yet I still believe in you. Every breath, every word, every smile, every glance could be another chance that you finally see the love that is me. So until that time, I'll follow every day, every step of the way, and continue to say.
a nice song. This was an okay song. I think it could have done without the little rapping towards the end. I thought that was a little bit out of place. Maybe just not my jam entirely, but this song is definitely about Sun and Blake's relationship, and the fact that particularly that Sun feels that Blake is not being selfless when she just goes off on her own and just tries to face everything by herself. And this is such a nice little title though to the song, like morning follows night. Sun is a sun, he's bright, he's got his blonde hair, he's a bright personality, and Blake is darker like night. She is a little more timid, a little more to herself, a little more shut out. And so Sun is always going to follow her, just like morning follows night. There's a particular spot in the lyrics, I refuse to risk another's pain again, which has always been Blake's shtick. She doesn't want to see anybody harmed. She doesn't want to see anybody facing a bad situation. I lost my words there, sorry. Just like how Blake used to be a member of the White Fang, and it was all about trying to save her people, and then later on she realized that this is not the way I want to go about things, and then she tried to become a huntress, and then she witnessed some more pain in her friends, and always felt like pain is always following me and following the people that I love because of me. So that is something that she doesn't want happening again. But Sun retaliates in the song by saying, the pain is when you shut me out and take off on your own, thinking that you are being selfless about it, thinking that you're always going to be selfless about it, but I will never let you walk alone. So yeah, this is a great song. Not exactly a great song. It's got a great meaning behind it, and just kind of fully encompasses the relationship between Sun and Blake. Right, so let's move on to one of the songs that I am looking forward to the most, and it's Bad Luck Charm. This song is all about Crow, obviously, and because of his semblance that brings bad luck to everyone around him. So yeah, let's kick it up a notch, I guess. Nice art. Woo. Wow. Definitely one of my top favorite songs from the show. Hands down. Love it. Great track. Great lyrics. Great stuff. I want to just go back to the lyrics because of those like words. I want to see if they're all like negative. Right? So like these words they kick off before the lyrics, right? Like first one is come on. Pain, right, is your reward for being near me, right? There's nothing happy about this. Fate isn't necessarily a bad word, but it could be. Fate won't be your friend when I'm around, right? So fate could also, go both ways. So this is the negative form of fate, right? Blame me for the tragedies that follow, because that's Crow, and because of Crow's semblance, everybody just falls into tragedy. Grave, the situations that surround. Again, another negative word, right? Moving on, which was the other, let's look at the other set. Shame, right? Shame what followed after that was I hang my head in constant sorrow. He feels shame for this. It's like he's almost ashamed about his semblance, which, yeah, I can't blame him, right? Rain, on every day you need the light. Wow, this is, that's some deep stuff right over there. Rain can be seen as something negative, depending on your disposition, of course. Strain, to see some fortune in tomorrow. Strain, again, very negative word over there. And, of course, we have Bane is what I am to every life. Again, very, very powerful little sentence over there. Trust one thing, take my advice. If you linger close, it's a hefty price. And then I want to find like these I'm no one's blessing, and I'm a cursed black cat, which we all know black cats bring bad luck. A mirror broken, of course, 7 years of bad luck if you break a mirror. And I'm an albatross. I'm not sure. Are albatrosses considered bad luck? I'm not familiar with this at all. So if anybody has anything they want to share about this, any stories, maybe it's from different culture, I don't know. It's never not. I'm Greek. I'm also American. Don't know which. I've never heard of this being bad luck or anything like that. There's some other nice little monikers right and left. Sad to say I'm your bad luck charm. A sure train wreck. Like this, they've inserted like all of these like various very negative expressions that we use, and it's all like a very high powered track, but with a lot of negative emotion, a lot of negative phrases and expressions in there, just to cement the fact that Crow's life is just basically all misery, because he cannot get close to people because of his semblance, or else he will just bring them misfortune, and that just makes his life all of these bad words, like incarnate, basically. Right, so moving on, This Life Is Mine. This is a song that a lot of you seem to be super excited about me listening to. It's my understanding that it's by Weiss, and it's part of the Mirror Mirror series. So let's see. Nice little art over there again. Flint picked some really nice artwork, I have to say, for these. She always gives me chills when she starts a song like that.
There's a part of me that's desperate for changes, tired of being treated like a pawn. But there's a part of me that stares strong.
Ooh. Wow. Is that still Casey?
Never standing on my own, I let you be the keeper of my life. Believed you when you told me I was nothing on my own. Listen when I say, I swear I'm here today. I will not surrender. This life is mine. Amazing how you conquered me, chained me in civility, and made me say the world the way you told me to. But I was young and didn't have a way to know the truth. Born to live your legacy, existing just to fill your needs, a casualty of this so-called family that you have turned into a travesty. But I don't intend to suffer any longer. Here's where your dominion falls apart. I'm shattering the mirror that kept me split in pieces, that stood between my mind and my heart. This is where I'll start. I'm not your bed, not another thing you own. I was not born guilty of your crimes. Your riches and your influence can't hold me anymore. I won't be possessed, burdened by your royal test. I will not surrender. This life is shame that it took so long to rescue me from the guilt you used to tie me to your family tree. I guess your training failed, you're not in charge, I'm free. Your patriarchal prison won't hold me. Now this conversation's finally over. Mirror, mirror, now we're done. I've pulled myself together now. My mind and heart are one. Found the way. I'm not your bed, not another thing you own. I was not born guilty of your crimes. Your riches and your influence can't hold me anymore. I won't be possessed, burdened by your royal test. I will not surrender. This life is
Ooh. Crazy track. I just love how it's basically 3 different songs in one, right? There's just 3 different styles of song here in one completely, which is I like that. I like when tracks don't hold to a formula all the time. I like it when songs are like that. I'm actually growing into appreciating this a bit more, even though a lot of the music I listen to is quite formulaic, right? So definitely this is Weiss screaming at her father, screaming at her entire family that she just wants to break free, and that this life is her own. And that is what Weiss's story arc is all about, basically. There's a lot to unpack from the lyrics here. The call back to the mirror, which is always, that's an interesting juxtaposition of Weiss being being modeled after Snow White, yet she is the one speaking to the mirror, and the mirror apparently isn't answering, which kind of calls a little bit to her despair. Like, after everything that has happened in Volume 3, she's left, she's forced to go back home and forced to live again that trapped life, even kind of feeling like a failure, right? A little bit, that she couldn't achieve what she wanted to by going to Beacon. Like questioning herself, can I get through? I'm tired of being treated like a pawn, which is like, there's lots of wording like that about her and the way her father treats her. Like he can just use her for his plaything, says, I'm not your pet anymore. But there's a part of me that stares back from inside the mirror. She does it like her father always just trying to make her feel like she's not strong, but she is strong. I've been afraid, never standing on my own. I will not let you be the keeper of my pride. Believed you when you told me I was nothing on my own. Yeah, this is all stuff that like this is past Weiss, who is still under the influence of her family. Listen, when I swear today I will not surrender. This life is mine. One thing I want to point out, I love also how this is a casualty of this so-called family. It's like put into Air Buddies over here, which is just kind of funny in certain ways. Guilty of your crimes. What am I looking for? I won't be possessed, burdened by your royal test. This has always kind of puzzled me, because this is a line that's also in Mirror Mirror, right? In Mirror Mirror Part 1. A royal test, as in meaning like the three children are basically in a constant battle of attention of who is supposed to be the real heir, and that's seemingly something that their parents make them go through. So is that what she refers to by the royal test? That's definitely my interpretation, but if you guys have some other interpretation, please, by all means, let me have it. Right, great track. Like I said, crazy good track. I love it so much. I really like all of Weiss's tracks, and even though I don't Weiss is one of my favorite characters more for her arc rather than the character herself. So yeah, I love how they put so much attention to her arc through these songs as well. Right, next up we've got Home. Whoops. Oh, I love this.
Hush your cries, close your eyes, stay with me. Let's just dream quietly of what might be. Calm your fear, I'll be near to you. I'll cling. Rest, my friend. Time can mend many things. I don't know the answers. Tomorrow's still unknown. But I can make this promise. You won't be alone. I don't know There's a quiet place in my embrace, a haven of safety where I'll dry your tears, shelter here in my care. But even when we stumble, and someday when we fall, what I will remember that I had you through it all. I don't know where we should go, just feeling farther from our goal. I don't know what path we will be shown, but I know that when I'm with you, I'm at home. Yes, I know that when I'm with you, I'm at home. Yes, I know that when I'm with you, I'm at home.
Ooh. Sorry about that. Oof. I know this isn't supposed to be, particularly a sad song. That's not the goal here. It's mostly a song about speaking of all of these characters' relationships with each other. I mean, they're like family. They're more than just friends. They're family. They're home to each other, which is great. But this song kind of hit me a little bit because back in 2016, I lost my mom, and I don't know, for some reason this song kind of brought it all back. Anyway, don't want to dive too much into that, but yeah, just felt like sharing that. Oof. Sorry. Right, let's jump into the next one, titled Armed and Ready. And I hope there's no Yang puns in here or anything. Really? Flint? Really? Armed and ready, and we have an image of Yang.
It happens every night. I watch my world ignite. But there's no waking from this nightmare. The stage is always set, the place I can't forget. The hidden eyes that I can feel there. My eyes are open wide. I'm racing to her side. There's nothing that I won't do for her.
armed and ready. Sorry, I'll stop. Once you meet my new fist. Right, so it was definitely a song about Yang and about how Yang tried to save Blake in Volume 3, and that got her to, that ended up with her losing her arm, and that kind of killed her confidence, kind of killed her drive to go out there and fight. But now that she has a new arm, now that she has newfound confidence, she's ready to spring back into action and to go back to being that bright golden sun, that fireball of energy that she always has been, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's a nice track talking about like one of the sadder aftermaths of the fall of Beacon, which I do feel Yang was kind of one of the ones with the greater losses in that regard. I mean, her life has always been about like her fists, about solving all her problems with her fists, like diving in there, gung-ho, guns blazing in there to fists on fire all the time, and then she loses one of them. That's like when one of the things that matters so much in your life is gone, whether it is a person or it's a part of you, or if it's something that you always relied on. It's always very, very sad. It's always earth-shattering, to say the least. Cool. All right. So, next one, Lusus Naturae. I'm definitely mispronouncing that, but okay, don't hold it against me. Let's do it. Ooh, creepy Ruby. Ooh. That's dark. A mutant swarm. Okay, I'm a little confused from this song. It's definitely talking about the Grimm, but who is this madman? Who is this person of science? Like, who is this? It can't be Salem, right? I mean, Salem's not a man? Or am I not thinking about this the right way? It's definitely not somebody good. It's somebody who apparently worships the Grimm. Is it about Adam? Because something about evolution. I don't know. I'm a little lost from this song. It's definitely really cool. It's really high energy and everything, but I can't place where in the show this is unless this is something about something that's going to happen in Volume 5, hopefully. Anyway, we'll see. Right, let's move on to the last one, titled, I guess this is Bumblebee without the, why am I stuck? Right, without the U, the E, and all of that. The vowels, yeah, there, got it. English teacher, yeah. Anyway, Bumblebee, let's listen to Bumblebee.
There's a garden where I go. If you meet me there, no one will know.
Maybe is it about Yang and Blake?
Springtime in the sun, we can be alone without anyone.
Ooh. Definitely. I love this. This is so nice.
Butterflies and the birds keep a secret. No, they won't say a word, but they watch us and they know, and they're happy as they see our logo. We'll sing for a while as I drink in your smile. It feels like a dream that's come true. My head starts to buzz and my heart fills with love over you. Baby, can't you see you could be with me? We could live inside a garden of ecstasy.
The Garden of Ecstasy.
That could be your dream. Lives like a fantasy. Maybe set me free. Let me be your bumblebee. Now the flowers are in bloom, and you chased away my darkness and gloom. When the wind blows through the trees, and your voice is like a song in the breeze. My doubts disappear every time that you're near. Clouds seem to run from the sky. The thought of your kiss sends my soul into bliss. I get high. Baby, can't you see you could be with me? We could live inside a garden of ecstasy. You could be my queen. That could be your dream. Lives like a fantasy. Maybe set me free. Let me be, yeah. Like a serenade. Every word you say has me falling more and more in love with you. Like a pretty beat, you are oh so sweet. Every day is sunny, tastes like honey. Feel so alive, take me back to the hive.
Feel so alive, take me back to the hive. That's funny.
Baby, can't you see? Just to be with me. We could live inside a garden of ecstasy. You could be my queen. I could be your dream. Life's like a fantasy. Maybe set me free. Let me be your bumblebee.
It's such an adorable song. Such an adorable song. I love it. I love it a lot. I wonder. I mean, are they taking that relationship in that direction? Do they really want Yang and Blake to, kind of be together in that sense? That would be nice. I think it's a really cute relationship. I know that it's had its ups and downs, and with a really huge down, of course, but that makes things a little more complicated for Sun, right? Who some of you insist that it's not that he's in love with Blake or anything, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see how that plays out. It's definitely going to be very, very interesting. Really cool soundtrack. Definitely Bad Luck Charm is up there. This Life Is Mine is definitely cool as well. I also really, really enjoyed Bumblebee. That was a fun little song. And of course, the opener is really, really cool as well. Great. So this is a really nice soundtrack. I'm really happy now to finally have reacted to it. Now I can put it in my playlist along with all the other volumes, because I listen to the volume soundtracks very often, actually. Right, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the reaction this time. If you did, please leave the video a like and subscribe to my channel, because it helps a lot. I'd like to thank my patrons for supporting my channel and being so super awesome. And if you would like to support the channel that way, you can head over to patreon.com/Akibana0. And if you do support that way, you will get early access to all of my RWBY and other anime reaction videos, early access to all of that, and other goodies, with more coming into the future. And if you'd like to be a part of our humble little community, you can head over to Discord by hitting up the invite in the description below. And I will catch you next time.